Okay, so this is the last question on the practice final, and it's a doozy. It really is. But the only reason I would give doozies is, first of all, if I've given this exact same problem before. For example, famous stunt is, this was a homework question. We talked about this in class, and okay, maybe you were paying attention. Otherwise, you're probably going to get no credit on this question. So that kind of thing can happen, especially since I'm giving you skips on the final, so I don't feel so bad about giving you some challenge questions. The first thing you want to note, and if you don't notice this, you probably won't get the question. Okay, we know that the derivative of 1 over x is minus 1 over x squared, and therefore the derivative of e to the 1 over x is going to be e to the 1 over x. It's going to kick out a negative x squared. Okay, so those are important facts. And then also you should know integral v du is when you say, I'm trying to save space here. Okay, so this is going to be off of your 3x5 card. I mean, even I would put that on my 3x5 card if I were you. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure out what the u and the v could be. So if we try, for example, let's just try this. Let's see what happens if we do this wrong. Okay, like we can say this kind of thing. Is that going to help? Well, u prime is going to be this mess, right? And what's going to happen? V is going to be, okay, this is going to increase, and then we're going to go minus 1/2, but the minus is going to cancel out. Okay, but the problem is we're going to put these pieces together, and we're going to actually be hiking up that exponent in the denominator. So if you were to take this problem and you were to correctly try to split up u and v this way, this is a logical thing to try. It's completely logical. So if you did it all correctly and came down to the bottom and you put all the pieces together and you said, oh, but look what's happening, x squared, I'm sorry, x cubed just became x to the 4th. I feel like I'm going backwards. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm obviously doing this question completely wrong. And you write me a little essay explaining that you got jammed. This is why you think you're jammed. But, oh well. You know what? You probably get quite a bit of credit for that, because you actually know what you're doing. You just didn't find the correct exit ramp, right? So let's see. If we do happen to stumble upon the right combination for this problem, let's see what happens if we try it. Okay. You don't have to put negatives on both of these, but it's just a little easier. You could make them both positive, but I made them both negative because I wanted the derivative over here to end up positive and the integral over here to also end up positive. Okay, but it works either way. All right, now what we want is uv minus integral v du. So we have u v minus integral v du. And you may say, oh no, we have to do this repeatedly because I have an x cubed here and an x squared here. And that's thinking correctly. However, we have an out, because over here we actually already knew this. We already knew that when we took the derivative of, we knew this in order to do this part of the problem. Okay, so we're just harnessing something that we knew from before to make our life easier. So this whole piece is going to get chopped out. Okay, and this is going to get replaced with e to the 1 over x. So we do not have to do anything more there. And then, of course, the plus c. So you put all these things together and you get let's just put e to the 1 over x. Minus 1 over x comes out of this piece, and then a plus 1 plus c, something like that. Okay? And that is the full, complete, correct, perfect answer. And that is the end of the practice session for the final.